Or you go look here, this one where you do. Where you dey look camera. Now we dey talk.
Yes, sir.
This social distancing sef.
I think that's like the standard.
That's the standard actually.
Are you asking me, or you are asking me to tell creatives how? Or are you asking how do I do it?
How do you do it?
One day your engine will be inactive. Your engine will knock. That grind that you say you are grinding, you not grind again.
The grinding machine will knock.
It will knock. Oh. I feel like, in fact, for everybody, every creative that wants to actually cross a certain threshold, daytime is the time you serve men. Night is the time you serve yourself.
But doctors say that we have to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours.
Are doctors sleeping 6 to 8 hours? Ask yourself. Doctors that do shifts in the morning, they come back on emergency.
This one is going somewhere.
Yes, I will.
Doctors
themselves,
are they actually
doctors are not
sleeping
8 hours. Say, go and check.
Hi, Darrell.
Hello, sir.
Wow, it's good to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
I think I can remember the first. Okay, it wasn't the first time. 2025 after Genesis conference.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation around. I think it was creative block.
Yes.
Talking about creative block, and then the whole thing just spiraled to creative work,
creative space,
life as a student, as a creative. A lot of conversations. I was like, okay, this is actually something we should, sit and discuss, put it on that camera and record.
Interesting.
And I felt like, okay, once we are ready to start, we'll let you know. And I mean, that's been how many months now?
It was November.
November, right?
Yeah, November.
November. That's true. That's true.
That
was a month. November 2025.
Yeah.
So, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you here today. All right, let's just get straight into it.
All right.
So, to my first question here.
Okay.
So, can you just tell us who's Darrell beyond the job title? Who's Darrell?
Beyond the job title. What is the job title? Okay. Who's Darrell? So basically, I've actually been doing a lot of redefining of myself in recent times. Okay. And I think what I can categorically tell you is Darrell is a joyful person.
Darrell is a joyful person.
In everything I do, I try to put a smile on everyone's face. In fact, I recently even started a few projects, and that was what required me to do a lot of introspection. And the only thing I could genuinely figure out is that Darrell is a joyful person. Hence the name behind my brand, which is Blissful Creatives.
Blissful Creatives.
Yeah. So bliss, joy, everything I do basically is just centered around.
Are you sure it's not related to the meaning of Darrell?
Yeah, it's. I mean, at the end of the day, at the core of it, Darrell means dearly loved.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, wherever there is love, there has to be joy.
Wow.
I mean, it just makes sense that way.
Okay. I think I like that. I like how we're starting off. Putting a smile on everyone's face.
Yeah.
All right. So, talking creative work, creative space, at what point did you come to that realization that, come to think of it, I'm actually a creative? At what point did that realization happen? Or was there a particular moment or a project or something you worked on?
I actually have to take a lot of thoughts. I can't really know. I mean, if maybe, okay, I think, let me answer it this way. I've always known I was a creative, but I just did not know that there was a word for it.
Okay.
I just didn't know there was a word called creative for it. Now, let me just give a bit of backstory for context.
All right.
When I was very much younger, I and my siblings, we were what you call get inside.
Get inside. Okay.
Yes. So we didn't have friends. We didn't interact with neighbors. We didn't play with other kids.
Okay.
So we had this thing we would do where we would create movies by ourselves in the house. And not like with ourselves. We would make our characters from pieces of paper or things we could find around the house. Wow. And we would engineer whole movies. I'm talking 2 hours worth of movies.
Wow.
From scratch. We would create storylines, have scripts, have everything, and we would act movies. We called it act. if my sister sees this, or she will laugh like mad.
She'll
Because
definitely see it.
I'm casting us like
You
this.
definitely see it.
So I think it was at that point that I mean, obviously I didn't think much about it until this same introspection that I started doing. And I realized that what were the traits you had when you were much younger that you can tie what you're doing right now to those traits that you had. And I'm no longer surprised that I entered into the entire creative space, into filmmaking, into videography, into the entire media agency. I'm genuinely not surprised anymore with what I've been doing from like way back. So I think to answer your question, at what point did I know? It would have been when I was very much younger. But at what point did I actually put a tag on it? It would have been definitely when I got into footer. Yeah, when I started interacting with other people and knowing that, okay, there's a word for this thing. So yeah.
Wow.
That's the point.
Wow, awesome. I think your response is actually taking me to my next question already.
Okay.
So, talking about footer, you studied at footer, right?
Yes, I did. I graduated.
All right. So, how was it? The creative space, the entire journey into the creative space within footer. How was it? What part of the classroom influenced it? What part of the things you did outside the classroom also, played a vital role in that journey?
Okay, I think a majority of it was not influenced inside the classroom. I'm sorry. I was in computer engineering.
Well, is that a shade? Is that a shade to the classroom?
Anything. You are responsible for what you understand. I'm responsible for what I said.
Okay. All right.
I graduated from computer engineering.
Okay.
And I mean, computer engineering, videography, computer engineering, creative, you don't really align like that.
Maybe engineering designs or engineering videos.
Maybe. But to be very honest, a lot of the things I learned, a lot of the things I dabble into right now, definitely came from outside the classroom. There were people within the classroom I met and they were able to help me channel my gifts and everything. I mean, if I'm telling my entire story, there's one person I cannot leave out and he was in my department. He was just a level higher than me. Eben. He was the one who even made me enter this whole videography of everything. I started designing in 200 level. In 300 level, I met Eben and we're doing a lot of things. I was first designing for him. From designing, he just asked me one day, Alpha, I have this job, but I cannot do it myself. I'm too busy. This is how to do it. Do this. And that's how I started editing videos.
Wow.
And that's how the whole Darrell the video editor came about. Right? So definitely he was in my department. I knew him and all of that. He put me on a lot of things. He gave me most of the referral jobs I got in the early stages of my career. And yeah, to say that the classroom itself influenced my entire creativity, not really. But the people in it, absolutely.
The people in the classroom.
Yeah, people in the classroom, they influenced it a lot. Because a lot of the things I did, I was not even affiliated with footer when I was doing videography. I mean, there's footer content creators.
Yeah.
I was not part of them. Most of the things I did were outside footer, like as an entity. If I was working with actual content creators, I was working with companies outside.
Was that intentional?
It wasn't intentional. It just happened, I guess. It just happened. I mean, I wasn't always the most interactive person with the entire footer community. So I didn't even know that there was a videographer association in footer. I was just doing my own thing. And the guys I met, they were also doing their own thing. I met the guys at Akure Tech Hub, for example. They were doing remote work. They were working with people outside. Ben was already working with people in Jakwa and Alagbaka and all of those. So I just followed suit. So I just followed basically what my predecessors were doing. And my predecessors were not really aligned with the footer community. So I wasn't also. So, yeah.
Wow. So one way or the other, maybe what is being said in the classroom didn't influence, but I met people that were actually pivotal to your journey. Exactly. That makes a lot of sense. At least school is not scam.
No, you'd never hear me say that outside. You'd never hear me say that. And the reason is, and I have this conversation every time, primarily with my mom.
Okay.
In everything I'm doing. Don't get me wrong. I don't rate school.
To the academics.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm not the only one that says it. People ahead of me, they say it too. So it's not like I just picked it up by myself or from social media. The people I genuinely look up to, they say it as well.
Yeah.
If you do not have a particular structure around your life and school is influential to that structure, then you'll just maybe waste 4 or 5 years of your time.
True.
However, if you are in your house for that 4 5 years without, if you don't, your father is not maybe a politician that can connect you with people that will give you information to what is actually happening.
Yeah.
You will also waste 4 5 years of your life in your house.
In your house.
So it's safer to just go to school where you can actually have the luxury and liberty to explore options. If I was in my house, judging from my own personal background, I genuinely would not know anything called the creative space. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I won't know anything called videography. I won't know anything called video editing.
Maybe because I've just been, I do movies or I won't
even be doing.
I cover events and that would be it.
I don't even think that would be it. That's even the funny part. I genuinely don't think that would be it. I would most likely have just been. I can't even fathom it. I can't genuinely, because everything I know now came as a result of the fact that I decided to come to FUTA.
Oh.
Maybe if I'd gone to another school, maybe I would have. But the point is, if I was in my house for 4 or 5 years, I would not do anything, and that's just the truth. So school is not scam. If anything at all, school is your gateway to exploring yourself and knowing who you actually are and what you would actually do in life. As one of my mentors would say, school is actually your gateway to finding purpose, to finding clarity.
School is your gateway to finding clarity.
One of your, let me not say one of your gateways.
One of your gateways to finding clarity in this world. That's actually very true. Now that I'm thinking of it, if you look at it, the majority of the startup founders, I mean, in the West, they met
their
colleagues
in school.
They met their co-founders in school. They met a lot of their early stage employees in school. They did a lot of things with the school. Even the rich kids among them.
Exactly.
They built a lot of their networks in school.
So it's not, and at that point where you are literally just building, you don't have anything that you don't have anything to lose, basically.
Yeah.
It's not like you have $1 million somewhere that somebody's trying to lead. Everybody's on like level playing field. So that's why you know the genuine people among yourself, the people who are actually like of like minds. They want to grow with you, they want to develop with you and all of that. So yeah, school is important, or school is not scam.
All right. I think it's becoming more interesting now. So, still talking about your creative journey, what's one thing that you would have wished that you knew earlier about, getting to the creative space, taking that journey? What's one thing you wish you knew earlier when you were starting?
That one is simple. How to make money.
How to make money.
I'm still looking for money.
Go deeper.
Should we go deeper?
Let's go deeper.
Okay. I think at the initial stage, I was very big on upscaling.
Upscaling, okay.
I was learning everything I could get my hands on. I was any avenue to learn. I volunteered a lot. I did a lot of free work.
We met through one of your volunteering.
I mean, exactly, right? I did a lot of free work, but I was not building a portfolio. And now I blame my advisors. So if they are seeing this, I'm blaming them.
Your advisors?
Yes. Okay. The people that went before me, I blame them. I was doing a lot of free work. I was doing a lot of volunteer work, but I was not building a portfolio. Because I did not actually have it in mind that initially I was just doing it because I can do it and I love to do it. Yeah. I was not having it in mind that this is a skill that I can harness and it would make me money. Right? And misinformation at the end of the day, or maybe a lack of information, just so to say.
Misinformation from
the people that went ahead of me, they did not tell me that they are doing all these things, documenting. Someone, I still told someone this today. With the level of things, and I'm not even saying this to toot my own horn in any way, with the level of things I have done, or I have been privileged to do, or to be a part of, the projects I've been privileged to be a part of, if I had documented them, I'll most likely be a badass content creator right now. I mean, maybe me say without on box car. That is,
you can't tell.
Exactly, you can't tell. And it's the main thing. I'm currently in a creator class by Salem King. And it's one of the things he said. For every day you delay putting yourself out there, for every day you delay documentation, for every day you delay building a portfolio with all of the things you are doing, even if you are learning, you are in the process of building, of growing, of learning. Yeah. For every day you delay putting yourself out there, you are delaying the chances of what could have been. The opportunities that could have come, the clients you could have met, the collaborations you could have made, you are delaying them. Because you are just growing in silence. Nobody knows you are growing. Nobody will know that you have grown. Nobody will know this is what you can do. Nobody will know that, this boy is good. No. And not everybody will actually have the time to preach about you. Not Jesus. So
Even
I
even Jesus preached for himself.
exactly, Jesus did PR, he did content, he put himself out there.
Yeah.
He went about doing good.
Strategic PR, a
In
lot.
fact.
A lot.
So that's one of the things. Making money and putting myself out there would have been one. If I had known earlier, I would most likely have done that.
Wow. So making money with your crafts, with volunteer, do a lot of pro bono work, free work. But while you are doing that,
I will have it in mind that
you
supposed
are
to make money from
building a portfolio
exactly
that should actually position you for money
for money.
opportunities.
Exactly.
That's a huge lesson. I think for someone who is about to, get into that space or any space at all.
Any space at all, it's very necessary.
Yeah.
It's very necessary.
I think this question is a bit tied to the previous, but I still feel like I should still ask. So from where you're standing now, if you would give an advice to a young creative, I know that word covers a wide range of skill set already. So if you are going to give an advice to a young creative right now that is feeling discouraged, wants to give up because they are not getting the financial rewards that they had in mind, that they were thinking they would getting into the creative space, what would your advice be to that kind of a person? They are putting in the work, but the cash out is not cash outing.
No, I'm laughing.
Okay.
I'm laughing because you want to be very honest. I don't have advice for you. You say I need advice.
Okay.
If you have someone that can advise all of us together.
From your journey, right? Please. From your journey, you should have something.
I mean, okay. I've had a few conversations with my mentors recently. I had one today.
Okay.
And I'll just tell you a few things that he said.
Okay.
In any space you are, people look for two things. They look for value, right? Mm-hmm. And for some very specific spaces, they look for wisdom. And I'll dissect the both of them. Mm-hmm. Value in terms of your crafts. Nobody will dash you money. Definitely not. People will give you money with respect to what you are worth, with respect to the value that you are giving them in return. And many times, what you evaluate yourself as might not always be what somebody else will evaluate you as, right? So you might see yourself as, oh, this edit course. I'll take myself for example. When I'm applying for like gigs and jobs and all of that, I tell myself, oh, this edit will take 4-5 hours, and 4-5 hours of my time is going to cost you X amount. And somebody is telling me that, what do you mean? Is somebody there will do it for this price?
For this price.
And that statement, in a way, has two sides. The way I see it, somebody are telling you somebody else to do it for this price. You now ask yourself, obviously, you cannot measure the quality of the person's work. Yes. So you now ask yourself, genuinely speaking, is your quality of the work actually worth the evaluation that you are calling? If yes, you now have two choices. One, choose to foster a relationship with this person and do it for a set price, maybe less than your initial price, in the name of trying to foster a relationship. And I'm big on relationships. I don't want a client that would come once and go. I want someone who would come. I'm like, this guy tried for me. He did very good work and it was less than what he initially charged. That person will preach your gospel a lot more than someone that you just did good work for and just went, right? Yeah. Because you felt like your money is too much. I mean, your work is good, but the next time is like, I don't have this person's money. Let me rest. But the person you were able to come down for would refer you to people who would actually have your money because he knows your price. Yeah. He knows that you did him a favor and he will be in some way indebted to you. Yeah. So he would preach your value and your price to people who can actually afford you. And I learned something from someone, a content creator online. He says people don't actually always remember the work you did for them. Rather, they remember how you made them feel. He gave an entire scenario that I don't think I can paint right now. But people remember how you made them feel. People remember, oh, this guy has a price. But because he said, okay, your brand looks promising. Let me invest my time into it. I want to come on board. I like the project. Yeah. That person, if he was having doubts before of the project that he was doing, you just gave him confidence that, oh, for someone to believe in this price, for him to be able to shortchange himself to invest in that project, it means this project is worth investing in. You just give that person confidence. You just show that person that you are someone who is compassionate and empathetic. You just show that person that you are someone reliable, especially when you deliver, as when you say you will deliver. A lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and people actually don't just purchase with logic, they purchase based on emotions. Everybody, every human being is an emotional creature, regardless of how smart they think they are.
Even if we justify it with logic.
Yes, with logic.
Afterwards.
You can justify it with logic after, but everybody works based on an instantaneous emotion.
Yeah.
So the minute you are in a conversation with someone and you make them feel comfortable around you and in your space, they are already leaning towards you. They are already feeling, if I work with this person long term, I will be happy working with this person.
Yeah.
So I think my advice to young creatives would be master communication. Master being able to communicate yourself and your value in such a way that people are not just seeing the money attached to it. They are seeing comfort. They are seeing the emotion that can be attached when they work with you. Right? When they part with their money, it's a painful experience to part with money. But when they are parting with their money, they should not just be getting a deliverable. They shouldn't just be getting a deliverable. They shouldn't just be getting a design. They should be getting emotions.
Experience.
Exactly. They should be getting a lot more. In fact, they should feel like they are the ones cheating you by paying you that money. They are paying you your worth, but they should feel like they are cheating you because you are giving so much more than just the work that you said you deliver. So wow. I think that would be my advice.
Wow. So be able to communicate your value and then try and over deliver. Yeah. I think that's the way to make them feel like,
deliver like any way you can.
In any way you can. Give them an experience too. So, but I have a question. So around the point of finding a way to actually come down to the price that a client might be pitching. We understand that value is a function of perception. So to me, this thing might be worth $100. To somebody else, this thing is not meant to be worth more than $10. Why are you charging $100 for it? At what point do we not get into the trap of settling and getting into ridiculous rates?
Yeah.
Because clients can be clients.
Yes.
So clients. How do we balance that? How do I know when I need to, take a pause, or what's the bar? What can I not go below?
Okay. All right. So first thing,
so that someone does not watch this and tell you that I want you to work on a project for me, and
they are saying we'll give you exposure
and 5K. So
I don't do exposure anymore.
So what's the balance?
By the grace of God, they have exposed me enough. I'm not doing exposure again.
So what's
the balance to that would be, first things first, understand the scope of work.
All right.
Understand what it is you're actually doing. Understand how best to do it excellently well at the most optimum price possible. If an edit is going to cost you 5 hours, for example, and 5 hours cost you so amount, 5 hours of the time costs so amount, look for how you can maybe not commit 5 hours, right? Maybe it's possible to cut a few things. And I say this to people, and this might not be the ideal thing to say to people, but I'll say it regardless because it is something I have tested. I don't reject any work. In fact, every price, I can work at your price. Don't worry.
Bring all jobs.
I'm active. But at the end of the day, that's where quality now comes in.
Okay.
Let me pose a very, very relatable scenario. You want to buy a car, for example.
Yeah.
A Toyota costs so amount. 6-7 million thereabouts. I don't know the price of car, please.
It depends on the Toyota.
But let's just say a Toyota costs like a Camry costs like 6-7 million.
Okay.
And someone comes with a Lexus ES350. You cannot expect that same car to cost the same amount.
Yeah.
Right? But one person is selling both cars. It now depends on your budget. Your budget or the client's budget will determine the quality of work you will get. Now, is it okay to set a standard for yourself that as per excellence, you cannot go below a certain quality of work? And as not going below a certain quality of work, you can also go below a certain quality of price, a certain price range. That's perfectly okay if you have built yourself to that reputation. If people see your work and they know that, no, this is how his work is, so you guys owe your money if you won't go meet up. There's no problem about that, right? You set a standard for yourself. But if you are a growing creative, I do not believe that you should restrict yourself to a certain, because people will look at how many years of experience do you have?
And they are charging this amount.
Exactly, right? So what I would say is price people or accept clients and their budgets and do like a quality.
Find a way to
Find a way to balance it across quality. Like people that have rate cards, I have a rate card. In my rate card, if you want premium sound effects and premium VFX, there's a price for you. If you want only your video color graded with captions, there's a price for you. If you want only your video shot in regular distance, not shoot in log for you, there's a price for you. If you don't want captions, there's a price for you. So, I mean, for everybody, there's a very wide pool. Please bring all jobs. So we will now discuss based on what you want.
So the wisdom is to create a wide spectrum for people to actually find their way instead of just saying
exactly.
Get
because
out.
For some people, exactly. Because for some people, they really don't need all the fancy things.
Yeah.
Just wanted to cut and join their video
and join something.
I know someone that was begging me, said the edit is not that hard. And I'm like, in my head, I could not wrap my head around it. I actually saw, and most of the times, clients can be funny. They will tell you an edit is simple. Please, an edit is not simple until you see the edit. So that's like people that do test edits, or those trial edits. I feel like that's still the best way to evaluate. They're evaluating your skill set. You're also evaluating their workload. So when they give you a test edit, they give you a brief. You see the brief, you edit it, and you know that, okay, it's not that deep. It's something you can do for so amounts. You run it. If you tell them, no, I can't do it for this price. I've done your test edit, I've submitted, you've seen that it's good, but I cannot do it for this price. This is the amount of work it requires. Oh, well and good. You struck a balance already. And so I think that should answer the question.
All right. I think that actually does some justice, because I just wanted to be sure that, someone is not there saying, okay, what of this type of clients that I've been getting, that have been taking the price lower and lower.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. So I still have some questions, some very, very, very juicy questions to ask. But I want us to just take a break for a few minutes and then be back.
Okay.
Very soon. So there's been this question I've been meaning to ask. I said I must put it inside this conversation today, and it's concerning rest. So yeah. I've been following your digital footprints, and I know that you have quite some opinions around it.
I've been preaching since.
Yeah. So as a creative, there's this demand and standard for putting out quality work under a strict time frame, strict schedule. Can you work under pressure?
Wow.
And all those things. So how do you balance that? Producing quality work, at record time, and still finding a space for rest, for recharging?
Are you asking me, or you are asking me to tell creatives how? Or are you asking how do I do it?
How do you do it?
Do I do it? Okay. So to a very large extent, I do prioritize rest. However, the life of a creative is very demanding. Unless, of course, you just want to do your small thing and make money. Me and my family, you are fine.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. You can sleep. You sleep like mad. But if you are like us and like 99 others that say we want to change the world for reasons best known to us, sleep naturally might not be in your calendar. However, everything about this life requires intentionality. Because I will say it again and again. I still said it a few days ago in a piece that I posted. If you do not rest by yourself, your body will rest for you. And we now pray to God that it will not be permanent rest.
So
you go and rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
If you are shouting, steady grinding, chasing the bags,
Always active.
One day your engine will be inactive. your engine will knock. That grind that you say you are grinding, you not grind again.
The grinding machine will knock.
It will knock. So I think everybody, every human being needs a point where they recuperate, where they rest, where they... I mean, even people have creative block for a reason. It is tiredness is one of the primary reasons for creative block.
Or is that why you started creative block?
It is. It's actually the primary reason why we started creative block.
Okay.
It was at the point in my life, and it wasn't just me. So the point in my circle, we were doing so much that we genuinely forgot that we had a life outside the work we were doing.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because once they asked me today if I'm in a relationship, and this is insider gist, well, it's one of the things we touch in this year's creative
block. Wow.
Someone asked me if I'm in a relationship, and I laughed like mad because relay what? I genuinely don't know the meaning of the word.
Wow.
It's sad.
Really?
It's sad.
Ah.
I'm not saying it with pride. It's sad.
Okay. You don't know the meaning of the word?
Child.
Wow.
You know, people tell me, say they go set me up one day.
Really?
They go set me up. But I think from the advice I'll give to every creative is this: learn to build structure. When you have structure, in your structure, there will definitely be a place for rest. It's inevitable. Mm. You can't say you want to work full 24 hours in a day. You're mad. So in 1 hour, 2 hours of your day, even if you decide to work full day, I mean, I'm an advocate for working at night. I work at night a lot. But in that night, if I sleep around 10, I wake up around 12, 1, and I work till 6, 7. Right? Yeah. The right people will come by 8 a.m. and they're wondering why I will not pick my phone. I'm sleeping by 8, 7, 8, I'm sleeping. Because I have to wake up again by 9 a.m. start joining meetings, start doing all of the daily activities. Mm-hmm. Night is
Can you hear me?
Can you see my screen?
Can you see my screen?
You do that.
Yeah.
I feel like, in fact, for everybody, every creator that wants to actually cross a certain threshold, daytime is the time you serve men. Mm. Night is the time you serve yourself. Mm. All of your content, all of your personal work, nighttime.
Sorry, daytime is the time you serve men.
Your 9 to 5, your founder that you're working for, the startup that your freelance clients, you work in the day. Unless, of course, the structure requires that you do all of those in the night. And then you save yourself in the day. But either way, once you have a structure, there would always be time for rest in your structure. Rest doesn't mean you sleep 7-8 hours like a pregnant woman. No shades to pregnant women.
But doctors say that we have to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours.
Are doctors sleeping 6 to 8 hours? Ask yourself. Doctors that do shifts in the morning, they come back on emergency.
This one is going so well.
Yes,
doctors are they actually
doctors are not sleeping 8 hours. Go and check. Any doctor that is sleeping 6 to 7 hours is no practice. Maybe he's doing freelance.
He's chilling.
He has bastard money somewhere. If you say beginning doctor, it's not sleeping 6 to 7. In medical school, they sleep 6 to 7 hours.
True.
They did not. I know medical students. I have friends in medical school. They don't sleep. And they'll come outside and tell you, saying sleep is good so that you don't die. They would have died in medical school if lack of sleep actually kills. They would have died in medical school, but they did not die. Lack of sleep won't kill you. However, an excessive lack of sleep have very, very adverse effects.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Our eyes no see. I broke down now. They don't really tell me.
Recently?
No, not recently. Last year. So that was.
I think I caught a glimpse.
Those were one of the things that made me say we have to come and be telling people that you need to rest, because everybody now is all on this hyperactive mode, and they're like, we must do this before we're 30, must do this before we're 25.
Yeah.
Steady grinding. So there's nothing like work-life balance. No sleep in your 20s. You lack of sleep in your 20s. Will you not face it in your 30s and 40s?
Yeah.
Because you just find yourself that all of the money, I mean, you make money. For many people, they would actually make money. They will reap the rewards of their sacrifices, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to believe the world is that wicked. They will reap the rewards of their sacrifices. The problem is, just as there is reward and consequence for every action, so also the inactions that you also did will also have their own ripple effects. That period that you were not sleeping, you will begin to use that money that you made to treat something else after. And I don't think that should be anybody's prayer point.
True.
So
True.
rest is very, very much needed. It's you can't do without it. You have to sleep now. Come on. Nobody's a robot. You are not AI. Even AI going will max out and tell you I'm tired. I have Claude Pro paid version. It will still tell me you have used 90% of your entire token. It has to rest. You want my Claude, me? You cannot kill Claude.
So, okay. So, I won't say my final question, but I mean, wrapping up now. So, what is that one skill that you are currently working on now? It doesn't even have to be directly related to your craft, but as a creative, as someone who works in the creative space, what is that one skill that you are currently working on improving? And that you think creatives out there should actually also look out for? Something you are currently working on. Two. All right.
Yeah, 2. Speaking. Yes. Many creatives don't speak. I think it depends on your creative aspect.
Okay, some people's creative expression
is speaking. See, spoken word artists, give it to them. All those orators, storytellers. Yeah, in fact, I admire them so much. But for us that we do design, videography, photography, that our job does not require us to be in the spotlight. I feel like we all suffer from the communication problem.
You can be 4 hours behind your PC saying
I will not say a single word. I can wake up in the morning and I'll never even check whether I can talk this morning. I can't even now.
I think I was having a conversation with someone. She was like, there are days where it's going to be evening time, and then she eventually find out that from morning till evening, I have not said a word.
Yep.
Though in her mind, she had actually said a lot of things, had a lot of conversations,
they are listening to music.
Brain power is firing, but no single word.
It is up now.
So speaking.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communication, speaking as in like public speaking, being able to, because at the end of the day, you genuinely don't know where life can throw you. You can spend your whole life as a photographer and maybe you are so good at your job and they tell you to come and say a few words to the younger generation.
Like you're saying a few words currently.
I am Chim. They told me I was not.
But we are here.
We thank the Lord. You might be called to come and say a few words to people to impact a generation, and you'd have to be able to be articulate. And if you are not, all of your prestige, you don't shrink. If you know enter mode, because they'll still come and take pictures. But there's a certain level of there's a way people will rate you when you put it like that. The way people will rate you when they see that you are good at something, and then they call you to articulate and express that you are good at, and you're able to deliver it effortlessly, right? And it's very hard. I'm speaking from experience. It's very hard.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I have the experience.
It's very hard.
Articulating your thoughts.
And it's even worse for those kind of creators because they have so much up there. And in fact, where I knew it was every time I'm in meetings, especially meetings for takeoff.
Yeah.
And while like brainstorming and giving ideas, I realized that I can type very lengthy stuff, expressing all of the things that I have.
Yeah.
But the way they say, Darrell, unmute your mic and talk. Hey, you have just, in fact, you just want to share him. And I genuinely had to work on it. I intentionally had to work on it. I need to be able to articulate my words. In fact, I started exploring other ways of expressing myself with words.
Yeah.
I started spoken words. Last year I was in a contest. Surprisingly, I made top 50 out of like 1,000 applicants.
50?
Yeah, I made
out of
50 out of 1,000 applicants for the mic drop contest I just concluded.
Wow.
So, I mean, I had to get very vocal. This spoken word artistry, I started singing again. I could sing before, but I stopped somewhere along the line when videography became very demanding. I stopped singing. So I had to look for other ways to express myself verbally, right? So that I would just be able to build that. Because I would watch people like me, and they would hold mic and they can go for 3 hours or
talking.
And express every single thing accurately. You would be for 3 hours, you would listen to them, you'll be astounded at the things they say.
They say.
And then there's me that if I've talked for 45 minutes, 45 minutes won't plenty. I'll talk for like 30 minutes. What more is there to be said? So, I mean, it's a very, very necessary skill to learn. Public speaking. And the second one, content creation. Content creation. That one, they had to even ring it in my ear like this. They had to draw my ear. I have someone that's on my case currently. If I do not post in a day or
creating content, putting them out there.
I have to start creating my content now in batches so that I don't have to be editing every day to post.
Yeah.
Because if I don't post in a day, I have accountability partners. They will come and draw my ear. I should have started this thing a long time ago, but it's never too late. As my mom would say, now when person wake, 9 be morning.
Yeah.
No time is ever too late. I mean, I'm not 40 yet. So and also, we cannot downplay the power of like speed. What took people 5-6 years to actually achieve with the level of efficiency that you can put in, and I don't know, a lot of other factors, grace included, you can actually achieve in fewer years, right?
Yeah.
So the goal is to start, and by the grace of God, I've started content creation. Please follow my Instagram page. Thank you very much. I am Darrell.
Your Instagram page, please.
Yes, my Instagram page is I am Darrell.
I am Darrell.
Yes, I am Darrell.
That's
just that.
DARRELL.
Yeah.
All right.
And follow my Instagram page. I started content creation. Hopefully the content.
Put it on the screen. So
hopefully the content resonates with you.
hopefully resonates.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
content creation,
And then
speaking. Those are the two skills I would encourage every creative to learn. And learn fast. Because at the end of the day, Salem even said something. You might be
Salem, right?
Yeah, Salem King in the creator class I'm currently in. You would be required to sometimes, I don't know, even as little as an interview. If you're not able to sell yourself properly, you would have to speak to sell yourself. Your portfolio would speak for you, yes, but they would ask you questions. They would ask you to tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
If you cannot articulate yourself, there are points for all of those things. If you can't do it, then they've already sidelined you, even with your very good portfolio. I mean, and if you cannot communicate with team members, they already see you as someone give us problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, speaking, communication, content creation, those two things, very important.
Powerful. Communication, ability to articulate your thoughts.
Yeah.
And content
creation.
I mean, that cuts across anybody, across any field at all.
Actually, any field.
Beyond the creative space, I think those two.
Yeah.
Actually,
you're right. Beyond the creative space, because at the end of the day,
anywhere at all.
Content creation is not even an industry. It's a medium, it's a means to an end.
Yeah.
It is a medium by which you reach your target audience.
Yeah.
You can be a doctor and do content, and you are interacting with people that require your services.
Yeah.
Content creation is not a space. Nobody can come and say, being a content creator is not a job title.
Yeah.
You are first someone in an industry, participating in a particular industry. Content creation is your medium of communication.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important for every single person to learn.
Wow. I really liked, the response you gave to that particular question. I think they are like in the top bracket of, let me say the top, if I'm to say, the top 3 or top 5 skills that anyone should actually double down on, with the climate of how things are going currently.
Now, yeah.
It's actually a profound one. We're wrapping up already, but I just want you to, say a few things, like you mentioned, a few things in just maybe 30 seconds, what are the thoughts you want to leave with the audience, anybody that's going to get to watch this?
What I thought I would say, if anybody's watching this, the one thing I'll tell them is this. Anyone can be good. Any single person can be good. Any Dick and Harry can make money. Anyone can do any of the things that you are doing. Right?
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why we say spaces are saturated. A lot of people can do these things.
Yeah.
But only the fearless can be great. I learned that from an animation, and the piece I posted yesterday was exactly what it was on. And I'm just going to reiterate on it again. Anyone can be good. Only the fearless can be great. The fearless in that sense are people who are ready to dare to actually do the impossible. People who are ready to go beyond their comfort zone. People who are ready to do the things regular people would not do. It's one of the reasons why I love the projects I'm currently involved in. Creative block, take off. Nobody will sit down and say they want to invest their time, their blood, their money. into something that the world might not even be ready for, right? Their immediate environment might not be ready for. The world is going to catch up eventually.
Yeah.
Many people started some things. I mean, I was still talking about Ergo, someone like Ergo this morning. Yeah, started content since God knows when.
Yeah.
But people are now just going for his conferences, realizing that everything he had been saying actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The world will catch up. But you have to first be exceptional, and you have to, if you see Shiggy and Bastard, I won't lie.
But you have to be daring.
You have to be daring. You genuinely have to, just, because eventually when you look back at it, you'll be glad and you'll be grateful that you did.
That you did so.
Yeah.
So anybody can be good.
Only the fearless
can be great. Profound. A famous philosopher 2026. One more thing before we wrap up this conversation. I think it's been an awesome one. I mean, for the first Spotlight interview,
I've had fun.
I've had a great time, and it's looking like, wow, this is a very great initiative.
Yeah.
One more thing. I want you to, are there any projects that you are working on that you would like to, talk about? Maybe creative block, any project that you're working on currently that you would like to also, share with the audience? Anything you're working on?
All right.
The ones you can share. I know you might be cooking.
I mean, yeah, we are cooking. There are a lot of things in the works. We are steadily in the kitchen.
I know.
All right. I mean, I've spoken about TechOff a number of times. Everyone already knows what TechOff is doing. TechOff is a
for some people that don't know.
Yeah, for those that don't know, TechOff is a tech reality TV show that wants to spotlight, or that aims to spotlight tech talents, right? And this year, we're going all out. You don't need to actually be a techie in a sense. Everybody sees techies as people who can write code and do this and that. Anybody, creatives included, creatives especially, who can provide solutions to problems, real life problems, with the use of AI, can now apply. So if you check our Instagram at TechOff Hack, you would see our application process there. You have to get a problem from like your neighborhood or your environment, a real life problem that someone is going through, and figure out a way to solve it using AI, and make a video documenting your process, your thought process on how you built that solution, the person who has the problem engaging with your solution in order to actually solve that problem, and document that whole process. You submit the video, collaborate with us on our Instagram. TechOff Hack is our Instagram handle. And you just might stand a chance at getting into the competition with a prize pool of $1,000. Sorry, not prize pool. $1,000. One person is winning $1,000.
One person?
Yes, one person is winning $1,000. The competition is spanning across 5 cities. We have Akure, we have Lagos, we have Ife, we have Ibadan, and we have Abuja. Those are the 5 cities. And it should be something you should be interested in if you are like us, that's our brain used to run on hyperdrive.
So you don't have to be a developer.
You don't have to be a developer. You don't have to
write code. Could just be any project.
AI. Just be creative enough to provide solutions to a problem, and you get yourself a chance. So you should check it out. It should be something everybody should be interested in.
1,000.
I don't build like this. I don't provide solution.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, the other project I'm working on, this one, it's Creative Block.
Block.
The Creative Block is a passion project for me. It is supposed to be a place where creatives can come together. Creatives of any sort, not just in the tech space now, because everybody sees creatives are just in the tech space, right? Yeah. Creatives of all sorts. You're a fashion designer, you're a hairstylist, you make beautiful pieces with arts and sculptures. You are invited to the Creative Block to be a part of the community. You can check out our Instagram page, Creative Block. And if you also want to...
By Creative Block, Creative B-L-O-Q.
B-L-O-Q, yeah. Creative Block, B-L-O-Q. You can search it up on Instagram. Join our community. We're currently even actively looking for sponsors for the year 2026. We haven't actively started PR and engagements, but I mean, since we're here,
PR started.
So we're calling on sponsors, partners. If you're a brand, you believe in the vision, you feel you have a soft spot for giving back to the community, Creative Block is most likely the right place to invest in. So that should be it.
Wow. It's been refreshing.
In fact,
wonderful.
I'm so
energetic moment with you.
Thank you,
Darrell.
Thank you.
I think you delivered your mandate.
I'm happy with myself.
I think my first question was, who is Darrell?
Yeah.
And I think you delivered your mandate. It's been a wonderful time having this conversation with you. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I can't wait to see the reels, the short videos, the long form, and everything. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you
around.
very
It's
much
been a pleasure
for
having
having
you
me.
around. All right.